Hey, it's Jack from Jack Gately Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. Let's take a look at the Massachusetts single family home update for August 2023. Remember, this is data from July, and let's just dive into it. We have some big news. Let's start with price, as we always do. Well, oh my, we have hit a new record for single family home prices in Massachusetts, surpassing last year by just a little bit. We are now at, for your average single-family home in Massachusetts, $808,000. $808,458 to be precise, and that exceeds last June's record, which was just a touch under 800. And yeah, we are now to new and higher heights. Amazing. And just once again, I know I've mentioned this in past updates, you can really see how when interest rates started to go up last summer, the market started to go down. And then when we had that mini banking crisis, Silicon Valley Bank, First Republic in March, and then the Fed was like, "Whoa, we're not going to be as aggressive anymore." You can see how the rates, how price bounced back up. By the way, last year's record in June was 792. So this record beats it by 16,000. And sellers continue to get above list price. Last month they got 103% of list price. Continues to be a very, very strong seller's market. Wow. These are very strong numbers for sellers. And why is this? Well, you never got the bump up in inventory that you usually see. You can see this in this chart. You can see the bump up starting like in March of 2022. Inventory went up. In March of 2021, inventory went up. But it only really kind of went up just a little bit this spring. Like right here, it went up just a teeny bit. And then it's been kind of flat for the last couple of months. So without that typical big volume adding to the market in the spring, there's not a lot to buy. And that is definitely favoring sellers. And you see the same thing in the sold numbers. Look at this month, we only sold statewide 3,609 homes. That's it. We peaked last month at about 4,300 homes, but look at the peak last year. Last year the peak was 5,500, and the year before that was 6,000. And yeah, things usually start to begin to slow down a little bit. In other words, anything that was put an offer and accepted on in April or May, that's pretty much closed already. The rush from the spring market is starting to subside, and the total number of sales, it's probably going to go down from here. More good news for sellers. Days to offer, 18. In other words, you put your house in the market on the first of the month, and on average, you'll be accepting an offer by the 18th of the month. A lot of variation in this, of course. And remember, that doesn't mean that when it closes, because then typically you add on another 6 weeks to that number. So, plan 9-10 weeks for the whole process on average. And you probably heard me say this before, but, the days to offer number really mathematically really can't get below 10 for a lot of different reasons we won't cover in this video. But you still got to wait like a good week or two, or maybe even 3 on average, maybe even more, to sell your house, so to speak, or to get the offer you want. So don't flip out if you haven't gotten an offer in the first 10 minutes. I know I'm telling you it's a seller's market, but you still got to be mildly patient. Don't panic if you don't get any offers in the first week or whatever, as long as you're confident it's priced right. So what does that mean for the future? This is probably the most important part of the video, and bonus for you if you stayed around to watch, because we look at pending home sales. So we have pending home sales in July of 3,613. That is a decline year over year of over 1,000 homes. Is basically a 22% decline in pending home sales year over year. But so, whoa, that means a lot less homes are scheduled to close soon, which means that the seller's market continues. I'm really quite surprised that we had such a dramatic drop of year over year pending home sales. I mean, that's a 22%. That's a big decline. But unless something else changes in the economy, and we're specifically looking at interest rates and jobless claims, and those, especially the employment picture, unless something else changes, and we are starting to see some rumblings in some other markets that tend to be a little bit more susceptible to the economy. Las Vegas, I'm talking to you. But here in Massachusetts, things look very strong for sellers. All right, so I'm Jack Gately from the Online Real Estate Academy and Jack Gately Real Estate. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.